Being a procrastinator, the Ivy Lee method has been my best friend in helping me become more productive. What's better than a simple yet effective method that gets all of your work done on time? Charles M. Schwab, the founder of Ivy Lee, presented his expertise on productivity at his workplace from where it became popular. Almost 100 years later, people are still digging it. Do you wonder why? Being productive is not easy. Your mind needs a break every now and then. For someone who has a hectic routine, it is important that you manage work with discipline and a well state of mind. Of course, it is easier said than done, but a coping mechanism, like the one we are going to look at in today's video, can help you ease that burden. Welcome to my channel. All that stress you're carrying in on your head looks worrying. Don't worry, I'm going to break down a very simple method in front of you and show how it's going to be your savior. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with similar stuff. Getting back to our concern, the best thing about Ivy Lee method, which never fails to amaze me, is the fact that it is so simple yet effective. Chances are you might already be doing it without knowing it has a proper term. The fact that the method is almost 100 years old but still works like a charm in the modern day era is not an ordinary thing. It is articulate. If you are not making a good use of it, trust me, you're missing out on a lot. Let's get to what the method really is. If you want to use it to its fullest, make sure to stick till the end of the video. The method is conveniently divided into 4 easy steps. Part 1. Listing all your tasks. If your work has been piling up or you have too much work on your plate, it is always best to note them down to avoid it from skipping your mind. Generally, the idea is to list down 6 most important things. In fact, the Ivy Lee method is designed for 6 tasks, as normally, coping techniques are provided for greater number of things. So first, you need to think of the 6 most important tasks you need to get finished. One more thing, you need to make this list a night earlier. Before you go to sleep, pen down your plan for the following day. Part 2. Prioritizing is the key. The Ivy Lee method will simply not be useful if you do not prioritize your work. Why is that? Imagine if you were the sole organizer of an event. This means you have quite a lot of activities which you need to get done. Let's say the event is fun fair program for school kids. You need to arrange fun activities, rides, musicians, food stalls, and security, etc. Considering that you have one day to manage them all, what will you do? A wise person will prioritize their tasks. That being said, a fun fair will simply not work without food stalls, no caps. Although it is a program for kids, parents and teachers accompany the students. It is not something you can skip or postpone. No risks are to be taken when it comes to the security. Especially when the minors are involved, it becomes your responsibility as an organizer to make sure you have kept the place well guarded. The next few activities depend on you. Depending on the age group, you will have to make use of your personal judgment what comes next. Whatever the case might be, prioritizing is the key to the Ivy Lee method. You put the most vital task on the top and it gets done first. An important reason why you need to prioritize is because when you begin the day, your energy is the highest. As the day passes by, your potential to do things gets lower and lower. Part 3. Sleep on what's left for the following day. Even yet, after a long hectic day, your work has not been completed. You have to shift the tide to the next day. Don't take it to heart. You did a great work putting up the effort. You just need a little more to do it. Part 4. Repeat. Shift your eat, sleep, repeat motto to work, sleep, repeat. Except don't overwork, or don't forget to maintain your social life. However, keep repeating the cycle. Enlist things, prioritize, shift the leftovers to the next day, and put it on repeat. Importance/advantages. Avoid multitasking. According to studies, multitasking is not an effective method. While some people are good at it, there are no charms to it. And oh, the pressure! It's exhausting. Moreover, it only works for a while. For instance, if you were multitasking for a couple of days, it will leave you drained. Soon enough, you will need a good break to pause and ponder. Is it really worth it? One big reason why people have suggested Ivy Lee method as a reasonable and compelling strategy is because of its capacity to keep you going and not exhaust your work potential because of it. Getting everything done. Contrary to Warren Buffett's 25-to-5 rule, it serves as a better method which doesn't ask you to skip everything else. In fact, one way or another, it helps managing everything. Prioritizing makes things easier. Not just that, it also removes the friction of starting, as it's said by the founder himself. This is extremely beneficial for indecisive people. Once you realize you must keep order of what should be done firstly and foremostly, your work becomes easier. Simple. Lastly, the Ivy Lee method is very simple. Like we discussed earlier, you might already be using this method unknowingly. But now that you do know of it, make sure to track each step. Things to remember. There are no hard and fast rules when it comes to strategies like these. Breaking the rules or bending them is absolutely fine, as long as you follow the general idea. What I need to convey is that you don't have to have 6 things on your list. It can be less, it can be more. That was basically everything you need to know before getting started with this technique. Remember to be patient. You cannot expect it to kickstart in day 1. It's a cycle. The tasks get pushed over, but with the assurance that everything on your list gets completed. With that being the case, be patient. If you liked the video, make sure to like it. Let us know in the comments box if Ivy Lee method has brought out any productivity in your daily routine. For more videos, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to pour in ideas for what you need to see next. See you later.